Why do you have to always use God to explain something that you can't explain? It's like,
Okay, I am not using God to explain something I can't understand. All I'm doing is taking atheism and showing its logical conclusion, and taking theism and showing its logical conclusion. If it is true that there is no God, then morality is relative. You can create any morality you want to. The Nazi can create any morality he wants to. You're not right, he's not wrong, he's not right, you're not wrong. It's all relative. And my point to you is, your experience in life tells you that that's a lie. Your experience in life tells you that the slaughter of innocent children is never good. Never. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me. If I'm wrong, tell me. Tell me, no, in certain situations, the slaughter of innocent children is okay. You see, you can't live out atheism. Well, if you can't live out your worldview, if you can't live out your view of reality, if you consistently contradict it, then I would plead with you, don't be a hypocrite.
yeah, but I'm saying, like, I myself probably wouldn't want to be slaughtered. Therefore, if someone else is slaughtered, I know that that person is going through some kind of pain, obviously, that I can't explain. But that has nothing, I don't believe in God, but that doesn't mean that I don't feel that slaughter is just.
Fine, but just have the intellectual honesty to say, it is my opinion that slaughtering people is wrong. But that's just my bias, that's just my opinion. If your opinion is that slaughtering children is okay, well then that's right for you. Because you define morality for yourself, I define it for myself, nobody's right, nobody's wrong.
You said it's evidence. Evidence means that it's there, that it's a fact.
Yeah, the fact is you can't live out what you say you believe. You can't live out looking me in the face after I slaughter these people and saying, that's cool, that's your definition of truth. Instead, you're going to look me in the face and say, hey man, when you slaughtered these people, that was really wrong. Cut it out. Do you look at Dachau and Auschwitz and say, possibly that was okay? Or do you look at Dachau and Auschwitz and say, the Nazis did something absolutely evil? Do you look at the torture of a child and say, well, possibly that's okay? Or do you insist that there's a moral absolute that is being violated by the slaughter of innocent children? The only way there can be a moral absolute is if there is some type of God to create and define it. Okay, that's where you've got a problem. You can't see that point? Okay, if there is no God, who defines what's absolutely right and what's absolutely wrong?
What goes around us, what you said earlier, what our environment, what we've experienced.
Sir, doesn't your environment show you crystal clearly
That is wrong.
that evil succeeds all over the place?
As we think about the discussion on the nature of morality without God, it's important to consider what it means if there's no higher moral authority. If God doesn't exist, then morality becomes something subjective, based on personal or societal preferences. In such a world, what's considered right or wrong is decided by those with the most power, leading to a dangerous situation where might makes right. Consider this. If morality is just a human invention, who can really say what's right or wrong? Without a higher standard, one person's idea of good could be another's idea of evil, and there'd be no objective basis to challenge that. This is why, throughout history, powerful regimes have justified terrible actions. Because in a worldview without God, morality can be twisted to fit the desires of those in control. This brings up a crucial question. How can we be sure that certain actions, like the killing of innocent people, are always wrong? Even atheists who don't believe in God often recognize that some things are objectively evil. But without God, this belief doesn't quite hold up. If morality is subjective, then condemning atrocities like the Holocaust becomes just a matter of personal opinion, not an absolute truth. The existence of moral absolutes, like the belief that it's always wrong to harm innocent people, suggests that there is a higher moral authority, God. Only with God can we base our moral beliefs on something unchanging and universal. Without Him, we're left with a shifting sense of right and wrong, where what's moral is up for debate. In the end, belief in God gives us a solid foundation for objective morality, allowing us to confidently say that some things are truly right or wrong, no matter who holds power.